got that cherry bomb.
Welcome back to Breaking Beauty Podcast, everyone. It's Jill Dunn here alongside Carlene Higgins, and it's a Tuesday. Hello, everyone.
Hello, I'm Carlene, and hello, Jill, and happy Tuesday.
So today is a very exciting bonus episode, and we are very pleased to bring you an episode that's really just going to help you shop smarter during Amazon Prime, which starts today. And for the first time ever, it's actually 4 days, which is incredible. So there's no excuse to not save.
Yeah, absolutely. People were a little bit surprised that Amazon Prime Days fell a week earlier than usual this week. Plus, it's twice as long. So, But I personally am really excited about today's episode just because I discovered so many new favorites that I am obsessed with.
Great.
So I just find, like, of all the damn goods we've done so far this year, this is going to be my favorite one where I'm just, like, obsessed with the products I'm going to share with everybody. And also, there are so many great price points aside from the Amazon Prime Days, which gives you savings. It's just like I found so much great budget finds, which we know our audience loves. So I can't wait.
And just for reference, everyone, today is June 26th when we are recording this. So we did our homework as best as we can, but you know, these deals are keeping on rolling out. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is follow our Amazon storefronts. We have one for the US, we have one for Canada. I'll link to it in our show notes. And beyond what we're talking about today, as I see more and more deals, I'll add them to our storefront. So it's a one-stop shop. And if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. We're Jill and Carlene, two longtime beauty editors turned beauty podcasters.
But we had to come in with this episode, even though it's not sponsored, guys.
Yeah.
We were to bring you the deals because we know you love them and we're here for you. So we had to be here in your time of need.
And I just want to share with everybody that I recently learned, here's a little fun fact, that there's 100,000 beauty brands on Amazon.
Incredible.
So that's why we have our editor hat on today, where we are curating the best deals and also the coolest finds, what's trending, and then maybe some staples that you love to stock up on but are on deep discount. And you'll want to bookmark our storefronts and keep coming back. We update them all throughout the year as well, even if we're not necessarily always talking about it. But we're so excited today. So let's tell the people what they can expect.
So in today's episode, we are going to be talking about K-beauty. I feel like Amazon is the easiest place to find K-beauty, and we have so many insights and recommendations today, including new product discoveries that we have. I've got some great fragrances, like really, really special. I feel like it could be called I Can't Believe It's on Amazon because I would never have known you'd find them there, and I can't wait to share those with you.
I'm so excited about these. I'm talking about a brand new Olay SPF cream that just launched.
Nice.
That's also on promo. We have a couple of favorite skincare brands that never really go on sale. You're going to want to add to cart for sure. And hair products as well. There's a lot of great hair deals too.
Yeah. And you can go ahead and say it because I know that my skin looks amazing today. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, tell me.
She's glowing, everyone, and she's got cool glasses on. She's managed to pick up her glasses.
Actually, these are my readers.
Oh, they're readers.
What are these? These are actually really cheap and cheerful.
Oh, they're cute.
But no, what I wanted to say is that I found the most incredible product that makes my skin like glass.
Ooh.
And so I can't wait to share that with everybody. There's just so much to talk about. Honestly, let's get into it.
Let's dive in.
The Amazon finds for Prime Days 2025 just ahead.
Just before we dive in, Carlene has found the name of the brand of eyeglasses, or Gabrielle Simone.
Yes, these are just my readers. So I ordered these great like Dior's that I'm sure I'll show on social at some point. But I actually was inspired to get the Dior's by these Gabrielle Simone reader glasses because they're just the most perfect, lightweight tortoiseshell aviators, and they're really inexpensive.
Well, they're actually on Amazon, so we will link to them. They're like around $25 US.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I think there's like
gorge.
the thing is like, yeah, you really do not have to spend a lot to get glasses.
I've
days.
actually heard that Amazon is a mecca of resources. Who told us that they had a whole eyeglass wardrobe that was all from Amazon? That's why they could afford to have an eyeglass wardrobe. I feel like this was a beauty editor, and I was on a press trip, and it's somebody really well known for her glasses, and they're all from Amazon.
Amazing.
Yeah. So hot tip, everyone.
Well, we'll link to those.
Okay. So Jill, where are we starting?
Well, let's start with K-Beauty since you did talk about that. And I do agree. It's just like not slowing down at all. And by the way, everybody, in our archives, we did a hashtag damn good episode in October or November last year. We will link to it in our show notes with Glow by Ava. And she's truly a K-Beauty expert. And we did make an entire Amazon storefront of all the products she mentioned in that episode. So that's still up in our Amazon storefront. Find what's on promo that are highly recommended by a true K-Beauty expert. And by the way, stay tuned to the very end where we're going to showcase our top deal.
Okay. Our number one deepest discount at the very end.
Yes.
Each of ours. Okay,
yes.
Awesome.
All right, Carlene. So K-Beauty.
Yes. I feel like everybody goes to Amazon for Beauty of Joseon. This is a brand that became famous for their sunscreens because really when the whole wave of K-Beauty sunscreens was coming to North America, they're so well known for being ultra lightweight, sheer, skincare-like, very hydrating and not going to cause breakouts.
Very protective as well.
Yeah, exactly. So they tend to have that like PA++++ rating in addition to being broad spectrum. So, they're famous for that. But unfortunately, over the past year, as we know, FDA regulations have really buckled down on K-Beauty sunscreens. And that's because some of the filters that they were using have not been passed by the FDA in the US. The first one that made them famous, Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics SPF 50 PA+++. I'm holding it here. That one is no longer on shelves in the US and it's no longer on the Amazon storefront either. Beauty of Joseon has created a North American version of their original sunscreen that is meant to tick off all of the boxes in terms of the attributes and the benefits, but it does use North American filters. So the Daily Relief sunscreen is what this new North American version is called. It's an SPF 40. That one will be part of the promotion for up to 38% off. It is sold in the Beauty of Joseon store, so you know that it's legitimate. It's not a fake, which has been another issue in the past when it comes to K-Beauty.
Yes.
But be aware that it is the North American version. I have not tried it, sadly.
I was just about to ask
It's en route to me, so I only had the original, which is beautiful. I have not tried the North American version. From what I've read, it's getting mixed reviews. There are a lot of people who love it, swear by it. But then there are the original stands and they're like, it's just not the same. So whether that's almost like psychosomatic and they're just attached to the first one, it's hard to say.
I think we can relate to this in the sense that when you tried the Biore North American version, you were like, it's not the same. And a lot of people, that video kind of blew up on YouTube Shorts and people were like, I'm so upset.
Yeah.
They kind of agreed with you, right?
I did the half face and I will do it again when I receive the new one since I do have the original. So stay tuned to our Instagram and our TikTok and our YouTube Shorts. But here's what I want to say. If you are curious about the North American version and you wanted to try it, Amazon Prime Days is the perfect time to do that because you're getting this discount of up to 38% off. So now's the time to dive in. Yeah. I also just want to give a heads up that I recently tried their serums.
Yeah, they're so good.
Which they are really good. And I hadn't understood that before.
Yeah.
So the Glow Serum Propolis plus niacinamide, that's great for pores.
Yeah.
Is going to be part of the promotion. They also have a Glow Deep Serum for brightening with rice and arbutin. So that's another one on promotion. Sadly, the one that I've fallen in love with, which is the Calming Serum Green Tea plus Panthenol. I really notice a difference in reducing my redness like right away. That's not on promotion, but might be another one to try, throw in the basket.
These serums are really good for travel, everyone, because you are listening, you can't see, but they're kind of mini sized, and they're really good for travel. I like the niacinamide one for me.
Yeah, that one is part of the promo. Yeah. So there you have it. Jill, how about you?
Can I ask you, what is the name of the new one if people are Googling?
Yes, we're going to link to everything on our website at breakingbeautypodcast.com. The new one is called Daily Relief Sunscreen SPF 40. $18 in the US, $23.99 in Canada. And one thing that's amazing is when you click on the link and you go to their storefront, they are so clear in their communications. It's incredible. It clearly says new arrival Daily Relief Sunscreen was developed to deliver the benefits of our original Relief Sun while also complying with the UV filter regulations for OTC products and is available exclusively in the US. Then they have pictures of all of the SPFs that they used to have, and it says Beauty of Joseon sunscreen not sold on Amazon by Beauty of Joseon, meaning if you're buying one from another seller, that is not official. So this is where you could have a pure, something, you could be buying something that is gray market.
Yeah. So just go to their storefront.
That's right.
The safest bet.
That's right.
You. Is there any other K-beauty that you wanted to shout out?
So another one that I want to let everybody know about, it's called Nemo, Knemo. I had not heard of this brand. And the product that I want to highlight is the Nemo Right Away Thin Cognito Spot Patch. It's $9.99 US, and these are pimple patches. So pimple patches are a huge search term right now, but this particular Thin Cognito Spot Patch, there is a video which I will link to in our show notes and on our website, and it has received 24 million views. Showing the efficacy of this particular pimple patch. So not the other ones. It has 1.7 million likes, you guys. So I gave it to my daughter to try. And one thing that I would say is unique about it is they're very thin, as the name suggests. And it does have
them with you?
I do not. And the reason that I don't have them with me is because my daughter used them all before I could get them from her.
They look like the Soko Glam ones in terms of how thin they are.
Yeah. I can show you the soft lip glosses, which apparently are going gangbusters as well, just to give you an idea. But yes, it has the tapered edges, which I know you've talked about before. You love that. So it blends seamlessly with the rest of your face, and you can even put makeup over top of it. But what is special about these and why I wanted to highlight them is that I gave them to my daughter to try, and I had asked her, I was like, of all the things that I've given you to try, is there anything in particular you're loving lately? She name checked these.
Good.
And I said, what do you love about these? Because trust me, she's tried so many pimple patches from all of the major brands, and she said they work.
Yeah.
She said, she specifically said, unlike the other ones, they work.
Okay.
So they really draw out, like if you watch that video, it's goes over top of whiteheads. It really is drawing out all of the gunk, and it works. That's no more needs to be said.
Why I think they work is because they're hugging the skin better. It's the adhesive. It's what Charlotte Cho talked about with the Soko Glam clog ones. Those are more expensive, but that's why they work better, because they all just have the one ingredient, which is hydrocolloid.
Yes.
But it's the way it's hugging the skin and not lifting up. That's, I think, the magic.
Yeah, maybe that is the magic. Yeah, so this one's specifically for whiteheads. Like, I wish I had this when I was a teenager, because I had so many whiteheads. Yeah.
And it prevents the picking too, which I think is so huge for acne with young people.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, this is a brand that I had not heard of, but apparently it's very efficacious. So 30% off all Nemo products. They do carry other products as well. So check it out.
I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah.
And the lip glosses do you like those as
Yeah,
well?
I have not actually tried these.
Okay.
They're called the Lip Lock Jelly Serum,
Cute.
but it's supposed to be, again, like that pillowy peptide type of a vibe. And apparently these have popped off as well from the brand.
So affordable, $17.99. Are those also on sale?
They're tinted. Yeah, everything from this brand is 30% off.
Okay, great.
And they come in different tints. Yeah. Any other skincare for you in general?
Oh my gosh, there's so much skincare to talk about.
All right.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to talk about sun care. A lot of these brands, Beauty of Joseon, as well as Ultraviolet, Supergoop, they get a lot of love, and they should. But I will tell you, every single summer, what I am actually using is Neutrogena. I know I will not burn. What I know will actually protect me, what it says on the label, is Neutrogena.
Yeah.
And so my favorite from the line has been for years is the Neutrogena Dry Touch. And all of the Neutrogena sun care is 15 to 20% off during Prime Day. So the Dry Touch, it's SPF 60 is the one I use. I'm obsessed with this one, especially like on my décolleté, my neck, my chest. And I will say, after years of using it, you have to be really careful putting it on around your eyes. You might get a little bit irritated, but to me, it's still worth it because I know that I am not going to burn. So getting it for 20% off, I wanted to shout that out. They're always like in my kit. And then I also wanted to shout out a new product that's a daily SPF. This is more of a moisturizer with SPF, brand new from Olay. It's part of their Super range. So you might remember the Super Serum.
I like that serum.
When it launched, like, I think maybe 3 years ago at this point. Right off the top, I don't know if they have a fragrance-free version, but this is fragrance. Okay. So I'm not sure if it's going to be for everyone. Now, it's going to be on promo for Prime Day, and the promo is that you can save up to 25% on select skincare must-haves from Olay. Now, I got this figure from Amazon Canada team. Potentially the deal could be slightly different in the US, but this is the fact that I have to report on at the time of recording. So Carlene, I'm going to hand you the jar.
Okay.
And it's got the same benefits as the Super Serum, which is the 5-in-1.
I'm showing you the jar because it actually is, it's giving me like a little bit of retro vibes. You know what I mean? Just like the way that the little 80s. Bottle and the dropper. It is a little 80s.
This is a trend right now.
Yes. Olay Super Cream.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And so in terms of the benefits, everyone, it's got vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, vitamin E, and collagen peptide in there. So it's meant to hydrate, smooth, brighten. It's really doing the most, working on 5 kind of like pillars, I guess you would say. And anytime that you can like do the 2-in-1 where you're getting that real hydration, I would say it's quite hydrating. And the daily protection, it's just like, it's a win. A win is a win. $34.99 US and $45.99 in Canada. And of course, it will be typically, and then on Prime Day, it's on promo.
Amazing. I am always curious to know about the people who want a daily moisturizer with SPF versus people who use a separate moisturizer and then a separate sunscreen for face. So please do drop into our DMs, join the chat, because I want to know what team you're on. I feel like this is reminiscent of the old school daily moisturizers with SPF, which seem to have taken a back seat.
Yeah.
I still love this kind of like 2-in-1 way to go. I know some people say, but you're never going to put on enough that you need compared to a sunscreen, which I've never understood that rationale.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the difference between how much I'm putting on between a daily moisturizer or a sunscreen? Do you put on different amounts based on which formula it is? I never understood that rationale.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
weigh in, guys.
again, here I am just repping all of the big brands. They're not even paying me. I wish they were. But again, it's like it's going to do it's going to have the protection that it says on the label. And I remember with the original serum, when they launched that, they stacked it up against the quote unquote #1 luxury serum in the market, clinically tested, like in a lab, and it came out on top. Now, everybody knew, reading between the lines, they were comparing it to Advanced Night Repair. This one provides long-lasting hydration of up to 24 hours and hydrates better than the quote-unquote #1 luxury facial moisturizer with sunscreen. And this is based off of a sales per unit at the end of 2024. So again, they are stacking this up against a luxury product.
Right. Yeah. I love it when they do that.
Me too.
Actually.
I mean, like when they accidentally show us like
I love that.
a slide that maybe the media isn't supposed to see.
Great suggestion. Any other skincare before we move right along?
Yes. I'm going to tell you about 2 brands that I don't think ever go on this deep of a discount.
Okay.
One of which is one of my new favorites, and they were actually in the news recently because L'Oreal conglomerate just bought them, and that is Medicate.
Oh, yes. Medicaid. We love Medicaid.
So Medicaid is actually one of our show partners, transparently, and that's how I was introduced to the brand. But I have tried now so many products from this range, and I love them all. Like they just work with my skin. And so
I can tell you an insider secret that Jill contacted me and said, do you have any more? I can't remember which product it was.
Yeah.
She's like, do you have any more of that? Because if you're not using it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So again, a little insider intel. When that happens between 2 beauty podcasters, that says a lot.
I think it really does because we have cupboards full of stuff. So on Amazon, this is major. All products are 30% off from Medicate. Amazing.
Yeah.
Including the Medicate Liquid Peptides Advanced MP. That's one of their newer products. Normally it's $92 and it's on sale for $64 US.
Perfect.
And then another brand that I want to shout out.
Wait, before you run along, what is your one, if you had to pick one product from Medicate, what would it be? Your favorite?
Oh my God. It's really hard. I love their Crystal Retinol. That's an iconic product. Like that should be in our Hall of Fame, which maybe we will add it. But the day cream I have emptied. The night cream I have emptied. This vitamin C serum, I've also emptied that. Secondly, another deep discount, Skin Fix on Amazon. All products 30% off.
Awesome.
And including the Skin Barrier Triple Lipid Peptide Cream, normally $54 in the US. It's on sale for $38.
Okay.
The one that I really like for the summer from Skin Fix is the Barrier Balancing Water Cream. Oh, yeah. And that's also 30% off.
Yeah. Water creams, great for summer. I'm sure everybody knows if you have combination skin or oily skin, water creams are the best.
And they just rebranded too. So time to check out their new packaging. If people are listening and they want to support Canadian brands on Amazon, I discovered one. It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. It looks like it's from France. It's called Sans Savon, which is like without soap in French.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have the products, but like, this is what it looks like, Carlene. Ooh, okay. Like the branding is amazing. And Beautiful. It's like sink side, absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Anything that like elevates those everyday essentials. Now I messaged them to see if they're on sale. So I will link to that in our storefront if they are.
I'm just going to say it. I feel like Canadian beauty is making a big comeback.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit quiet for a while where it was only like 5 brands that were constantly in rotation. But I feel like there's innovation happening again. Very excited.
And on Amazon Canada's website, like I know that they're making a concerted effort to spotlight Canadian-owned brands.
Yep.
So that's another way to shop too, if that's something that's important to you.
Okay. Any other skincare?
Really quickly, would it be Prime Day if we weren't talking about the Laneige lip sleeping mask? And I have it on good authority. It's 30% off this time around too. So you can jump on that. And the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream is 22% off as well. So that's pretty significant. Deal.
All right, everyone. The time has come where I need to let you know about the product that is giving me this glassy skin look today. I'm so obsessed with this product, and it is so cheap. It's the Maybelline New York Grippy Serum Primer. It's $12.99 US, $15.96 in Canada. This is confirmed to be on promotion. I don't know exactly what it'll be. They're starting at 15% off. It just launched in the US in April, and it's in Canada July 1st.
Milk makeup is quaking.
Yeah.
How many iterations of the word grip are you?
Well, this is a category now. Let's be honest, right?
But look at
this video.
Yeah, like so funny.
Did you see?
Yeah.
So the video that I just showed her from TikTok is it's a creator who's showing this product, and she stuck like an eyeliner to her face to show how grippy this product is. This is a fascinating product. So it's a serum to grip polymer technology. It's a primer, but it's a grippy serum. So it comes in a pink dropper, okay? And so when you put it on, it feels exactly like a skincare serum, which actually feels a bit weird because like you've done all your skincare, maybe, you've put on even your sunscreen. It feels a bit weird to put on a serum over top. But you do apply it that way and it feels lovely going on. It's like refreshing. And it doesn't feel grippy or sticky, unlike the other formulas from Milk Makeup. There's another one from e.l.f. that's really famous. So it just feels like skincare. What you do is you wait 20 seconds. And as it kind of dries down, that's when you get that grip. And you get the tackiness. Yeah. And I actually did that test. I stuck a nail file to my face earlier this morning.
Video that?
Yes. So I'll be sharing that on Instagram and TikTok, everyone. So it does get that tackiness to it, and it lasts for up to 24 hours is what they say. So it's fascinating because it gives you this plump look.
Yeah.
But I think why it's really spun off and why it's gone viral is because people are really finding that their makeup is not pilling over top, like no matter what makeup they try. So this morning I used the Maybelline Super Stay 30-hour Lumi Matte Foundation. And so, of course, even though it's a Lumi Matte, it is matte. So it's like you run that risk of it looking kind of dull. But I just found when I put this over top of this grip foundation, it looks so beautiful. Like it's such a great combination. I'm getting this glass skin effect, but I'm getting the coverage. Whereas I find with the glass skin, typically with those formulas, they're more sheer, right? To give you that dewiness. So you're not getting the coverage. So I love this combination. It layers super well. They say it's for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Now, I can tell you as someone who has a lot of texture because I'm in my late 40s, it's like the way that it filled in lines. Yeah. And I've said this before when I talked about the Milk Makeup grip and the e.l.f. is like it is all marketed toward Gen Z, but it actually works great on mature skin. And it really, this particular product, like the way it filled in the lines around my eyes, the cracks around my nose. And I did do a full wear test. And at the end of the day, I had no cracking around my nose, no cracking in all the lines on my chin, which always happens to me. So this to me is like a miracle product. Like I haven't tried anything this good in so long.
Maybelline is back, baby.
And I cannot believe how inexpensive it is. Yeah. So that's why I'm so excited to share it with everyone. Like this is not going in my bin after this episode. This is top shelf worthy.
What? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the deal again?
Yep. It's so we don't know exactly what the deal is, but we know it's starting at 15% off.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Excellent.
Yeah, and like I said, the Super Stay Foundation, great for summer. Really These two in combo, just like chef's kiss.
Yeah, I love Maybelline, and it sounds like they are back.
You've got to try this.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. What about you? What do you have on the makeup front, Jill Dunn?
Okay, I have a couple of things that I wanted to shout out for makeup. One has just gone completely viral. This is the L'Oreal Paris Faux Brow, and this is going to be up to 15% off. In the US, it's $12.99, and in Canada, it's $18.99. There's 8 colors, so it's in a pen, and it's quite innovative in the sense that it looks kind of like a liquid liner, sleek like that, but when you open it up, it's got 2 prongs that are very tiny, like tiny.
It's almost like a double pronged liquid liner, except a much thinner brush stroke.
They look like hair, like they look as thin as hair in terms of the actual applicator.
Yeah.
So this one is really great to create these like naturally full brows. I think if you are somebody who has sparse brows, you're going to be obsessed with this. I really liked it for the fact that it's clear that they've innovated in the delivery of a product like this. There have been products like this on the market in the past, like Stila All Day Brow, where it's like, those brow hairs are going on and they're not moving, but it was still like a thicker applicator. So this has a lot more control, a lot more precision. And I saw Glamzilla using this and I was like, I absolutely need that. And it also is waterproof and sweat proof. So for the summer, highly, highly recommend this. And it's up to 15% off. Have you tried this?
I have. I found it a little bit difficult to work with. I don't think it's great for a novice user, such as myself. Like, I just had trouble controlling it. It kind of went outside the lines. Then when I try to fix it, it gets smudgy. I prefer a single stroke, but I think if you're an advanced makeup user such as Glamzilla, you can probably work this to your advantage and have it be an excellent product.
And here's the thing. I think if you're a girly out there and you have like 2 eyebrow hairs, which there's plenty of girls, we know them, they have to draw in their eyebrows every single day.
If you're out there drawing on your eyebrows every day, this is an interesting fix. If you're someone who's really just trying to fill in some sparse hairs, you want it to last. I love the Maybelline Build-A-Brow, which I've talked about in the past, which is a single stroke. It's also not as
like
intense of an pigment.
This is a different look.
So that to me is more when you talk about natural, the Build-A-Brow is natural, and this one's a little bit more advanced. I would say.
If you are someone that only has very sparse brows, you go to all the effort of drawing them on. The fact that this is waterproof and sweatproof also is massive. Okay, what else?
Okay, so great news. All Clinique products will be 25% off during Amazon Canada Prime Days. So I'm not sure about the US. I know for Canada it's 25% off, but I'm sure they'll be doing something in the US. So what everybody needs to know about is that Clinique, their Almost Lipstick range that is famous, everybody knows about Black Honey, is that they just launched Nude Honey.
Right.
It is $25 in the US, $33 in Canada. This is major news because I feel like nude is such a potentially tricky area, because a nude for everyone is kind of that thing where it's like nude is just so loaded. Because nude depends on your skin tone. You can be pale, you can be dark on the Fitzpatrick scale. So what are they going to do for a nude? So I really expected that this was going to go completely wrong. But when I opened it, look at the color of the nude. When you turn it up, it almost looks like Black Honey in how dark the shade of nude is, but we all know how sheer these go on. So, but I was pleased to see that, because I was like, okay, great. Maybe this can work on all skin tones. So then you swatch it again. It's quite sheer, but it's like this beautiful kind of brownie tone on me because I'm fair. But I really love this, because I find, even for myself when I'm fair, that a lot of fair nudes just don't look good on me. It's like they just wash me out. It's like, what is this really doing? So this kind of hits that spot for me where it's like, oh, it is sheer. It has a quote unquote nude effect, but it's actually flattering. So I was really impressed by this. And one of the things that I thought was fascinating when I read about it was, it says in the description, the unique formulation of cool and warm pigments combined with your own lip tone to create a just for you nude. So that's really how it works, is like, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's like this
very sheer.
It's very sheer. It's this great combination, but it's not naked either. So highly recommend. It's $33. This literally just launched and they already have it on promo, which is also rare. So the fact that this is 30% off, great time to try it. Love this. I'll be using this all summer.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to talk very quickly about Flower Nose Beauty. Do you know Flower Nose?
Oh, no. I was thinking nose like the nose on your face.
No, KNOW. Flower Nose.
Yes, I recently became aware of this line. It's Sea Beauty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So it's out of China. It came out in like 2016, but it is just like huge seller on Amazon. And normally everything is like $20 to begin with. So in this, for upcoming in Prime Day, it is going to be on promotion. It's going to be up to 35% off on single items, and all products are included in the discount. This is for Amazon US. And then if you buy 2 items, you get a free fridge magnet. So this is a really great promo. But anyway, I wanted to shout out one of my favorite products from the line. And this is like not on brand for me at all, but the products are really good, everybody, because the whole line basically looks like fairies made it. And it's like
she's a fairy. She's a fairy.
Literally.
Insert that song here.
Yeah, it's like Rococo kind of vibes and aesthetics, and
it's
it looks like
their little
Anna
palettes
Slee.
look like castles. And,
yeah, like fairies, truly, and it has bows on everything, and the palettes are like pastels. But the reason I became interested in this brand was when I was doing research at the end of 2024, the top Google things in beauty, and this brand is far and away like one of the most searched.
Wow.
So I wanted to actually call it in and try it. And this product that I really like from them is the Flower Nose. It's the lip lacquer.
So here's what it looks like, everybody. It looks like a tiny bottle of perfume. It's so pretty. It's like mint green with, like Jill said, like this ornate rosé cap. It looks like the Queen of England back in like Victorian times may have owned this.
Yeah, it's a coating lip lacquer. So this brand gives you a lot of very interesting textures. I've been loving this product because it's a long wear lacquer, but your lips don't feel like they're going to crack off. I was like impressed. I'm not going to say that all of the products are for me, but I think that this one is a winner, and they have some cheek colors too that are really cool. And I think it's really on trend, and that's why I want to talk about it, because this doll like makeup is not going anywhere.
Right.
And this is like handshake emoji. This brand goes with that trend so well, and like the Douyin look that it's like Douyin makeup trend, and there's a few others. It's like Dollface is another brand that kind of is leading this trend. Like I know Teen Vogue writes about them a lot, but anyway, this one does not look grown up at all, but I really do like the product.
Yeah. There is a creator that I'm really interested in having on the podcast who does this doll-like makeup.
Yes.
The OnlyFans girl, Ari Kitsia, I want to say.
Yes.
She's dating Young Gravy. I know this is so off-brand for me, but she does this kind of makeup, which is very like, give it to the OGs, obviously, like K-Beauty inspired this doll like painting on the freckles.
Yes.
You know, the highlighter at the end of the nose, like very, very hand painted type
like
of
their
vibes.
tagline for Flower Nose is "Live your fairy tales."
Yeah.
Like it couldn't
she
be
was
less.
a fairy. Oh my gosh, that's going. That's all I can think about.
100%. And it's just really fun. It's really fun. And I think, you know, I've been wanting to cover it all year, but there's just never a good time. And now here we are.
Great. Perfect Amazon tie-in. I think Flower Nose really popularized cloud lip creams, apparently, is what I learned.
Yeah, the Flower Nose has a cloud lip product that it's one of their top sellers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's how I discovered it. So you can go to their website and we'll link to it, but it shows what the finish looks like. It's really this, again, doll-like, very cloudy, diffused color. And we started to see this trend with Rare Beauty and some other brands. Like NYX was into this back then too, where it was a lip gloss applicator, like a lip balm, applicator. And it was matte, but it was more comfortable, very lightweight, and obviously had a lot of silicone.
Okay, we've covered makeup, we've covered skincare. Any other little treasures that you're coveting for Amazon Prime Day, Carlene?
What I really want to tell you about is a true innovation.
Yeah.
Okay. This is EPHD Bond Repair Nail Treatment.
Great.
It is 20% off for Prime Day. So normally it's $20 US, $27.50 in Canada. The Prime Day price in the US, $16. Run, don't walk to pick this up, everybody. EPHD is from the same parent company as Epres, and that's EPRES, which I've talked about in the past. It is an amazing hair treatment using that whole bond building technology. It's a spray-in, and it was created by one of the original founders and chemists behind Olaplex. So this is like next generation Olaplex, right? So I absolutely love that that hair treatment. The proof is truly in the pudding. It makes your hair like silk. And so what now he's gone and done is use that same patented biodiffusion technology that's in the hair products and put it into a nail product. So in the same way, it's meant to strengthen the nail. It's like a top coat. It's got that patented molecule, and it basically works by putting like this cross link into your nails that's going to strengthen like brittle, weak, splitting nails, which is what I have. So if you're like me and you're taking a break from shellac, gels, all of that during the summer, which is what I'm doing, but my nails just shred. They absolutely shred. This stuff is bomb. You can use it every day for 7 days for an intensive repair, then just use it a couple times a week for maintenance.
And everybody, that if you're just listening, it kind of looks like a nail polish bottle.
Yeah, you put it on exactly like nail polish, and it feels like a base coat when you put it on. 7 days, you can see the before and afters on their website. It's like insane. But they also say that you get results after one use. I thought that was total BS, but sure enough, I used it one time. I had no splitting, chipping, or breaking for like 4 or 5 days after one use. That never happens to you, to me.
We've been kind of starved for this category of nail repair in terms of, like you said, innovation. And there's plenty of great brands out there at the drugstore, Essie, Sally Hansen, but a lot of those are just addressing, frankly, like cosmetic treatments of the nail plate. You can make it look better, but is it really like healing it, as it were, or is it really actually repairing? So I have this product. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't taken my nail polish off. However, I think it's absolutely brilliant, and we will link to it. And sorry, it's absolutely brilliant, and because it is a bit more of an investment, why not save 20%?
Absolutely. Now, here's another one that I would say is a run, don't walk situation, and also kind of that, I can't believe it's on Amazon. It's called Maison Louis Marie. This is a fragrance brand that I've been dying to talk about because I love it so much. And this is one of those French perfume brands where they started out in like the 1790s in France. You know, there's a whole story behind it where it was like this guy and he, you know, worked with these botanicals and created these fragrances. And several generations later, his like somebody in his ancestry, like his granddaughter or great granddaughters or something like that, restarted the brand with her husband.
Is that the Louis or the Marie?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to speed round this. But anyways, they're based out of LA, and their fragrances are so special. It's like a modern version of French perfumery, more affordable, I would say. They have eau de parfums, and they also have perfume oils, which I actually prefer. And for some mystery that's beyond me, I find that these are less cloying and they get at my sensitivities less with these. So what I'm going to recommend as a shout out is the Maison Louis Marie Natural Roll-On Perfume Oil 5-piece Discovery Set. It's $55 in the US, $77 in Canada. That's going to give you 5 of their best selling fragrances so you can try them. And I love a perfume oil, especially in the summer. It's that close to your skin. There's something about how it jives with your sweat where it's just so beautiful.
I'm going to spray this one since this is a hair mist. I'm going to put it on my hair.
But guys,
vanilla.
This is what's not on Amazon yet. It's just newly launching, but I still need to let everybody know because I'm so obsessed with these. They just launched hair and body mists. Okay, they are only $28 US, $40 in Canada, even though they are 100 mils or 3.4 fluid ounces. And this is like the whole Sol de Janeiro. We know that these hair and body mists have taken off. So imagine that, but a fine fragrance version, like a French perfumey. These smell so much like chicer and like an actual perfume, but they are they're water-based, they're alcohol-free, they're enriched with hyaluronic acid, seaweed extract, so it's giving you those like skincare qualities. But it just smells so nice. And even though there's no alcohol, I actually find that these last.
Okay.
Like I did a test and at the end of the day, I was like, can still smell it. And because it's this light mist, spray it on your legs, spray it on your arms, in your hair. It's not overwhelming. These are, honestly, this is the perfume of the summer to me. This is it.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you, Jill? What else before we let people go is like they have to know?
Well, we did tease a couple of big promos. I'm going to tease that Way is on Amazon. A lot of people may not know that. 20% off every single one of their products.
Awesome.
Stock up. And they just relaunched their dry shampoo. You know, the scents are amazing.
Right now.
Christophe Robin, which we don't hear about a lot. We don't talk about a lot, but it's always in my shower.
Blast from the past.
Their sea salt shampoo is so amazing for the scalp, and in the summer I love it. And it's 20 to 30% off everything Christophe Robin, including, guys, they have a color depositing hair mask that I will be using. It's amazing for toning brassiness.
Okay,
they
cool.
have 5 shades. So if you're someone you're like not going to see your colorist, get this. And then second to last, Dyson. They are putting their Dyson Air Straight on promo for 14% off. So in Canada, it's normally $700. So we will take the 14% off. Okay.
Absolutely. Basically no tax on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's like $100 savings.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Jill. Everybody
Yes.
needs that PSA. Now the time has come for our deepest discount of the hour. So mine is the COSRX. I'm going to go ahead and recommend the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream.
Yep.
Which is 46% off, everybody. Almost fully half price. Everybody already knows about the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, right? We've talked about it before. We've actually sold a bunch of those from our storefront because everybody loves it. It's also, by the way, 48% off. That's
incredible.
Almost half off. So this is about $26 regularly US. So it's probably close to about 30 Canadian. I think not as many people know about this. This is a lightweight moisturizing cream meant to give you like a glowy skin effect. And I do love the idea of this because the snail mucin, I always equate that to like healing, calming. It's great for my rosacea. It's also good when you've gotten a bit too much sun.
Couldn't be me.
I know, but you want that like cooling effect, but also from overheating. You know what I mean? Like not even just being directly in the sun. So it really has that just like super hydrating. It's got hyaluronic acid in it as well. So I used it this morning under makeup. A little goes a long way. But again, like a night cream in the summer, you want something more lightweight and fresh to it. This is it.
3 summers ago, I had this sent to me and I actually emptied it one summer, but I used it in the daytime. It's really kind of funny to apply because it almost has like a mucusy texture.
I know.
Where it's like when you open the lid, it looks like silly putty where it kind of goes whoop, like
here, I'll show it to you guys.
Yeah.
It's so true.
It's almost like if you accidentally turned it upside down on your counter, it would all spill out because it's like so. The texture's not runny, but it's like a visc.
No,
what's the word?
It's like that, and it's not sticky either.
Yeah.
But it really does feel like mucus.
Yes.
You know, and that's because it is infused with 92% snail mucin, which is that snail secretion filtrate. And don't worry, guys. It even says here on their website that no snails have been harmed in the making of this product. It says snail mucin is obtained in a safe and environmentally friendly way in a favorite environment of snails.
Amazing.
Which is cute. I just imagine them all on this little snail farm where they're like crawling across the mesh. I've seen the video of it, guys. They're just walking and then they collect the secretion.
It's like we're cleaning up their poop.
They're not being squeezed or anything. Don't worry. Jill, what's your deepest discount?
It's so fun. I love COSRX, by the way. I really think they're like the pioneers of K-beauty, and so many other products I love. My final product that I'm going to talk about is the deepest discount that I found, and it's a product that is half price.
Ooh.
And that is from Maine. Maine Hair Tools, founded by Jen Atkin. It's new to Amazon, and their Maine Maintain the Waves hair kit is normally $100 and you can get it for $50.
Amazing.
And so that includes the base. So she has like the power base, and then it's like one of those beach waver things. It's like the 3 barrels.
Yeah, the 3 prongs.
So you can get that, and I find because it's actually developed by a hairstylist, it's, even though it's inexpensive, like I've tried many of the hair tools and the quality is there. It stacks up against a lot of tools that are a lot more expensive.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to shout that out because
beach waves for everyone.
I think possibly there might be other deals going to be on there too, but the branding is just so fun, and they have a travel hair dryer, everyone, that is the perfect size.
Ooh.
And I do travel with it.
I need this for Italy with an adapter. Happy summer to everyone. Enjoy. We all deserve it. Happy shopping on Amazon.
And every single thing that we mentioned here today, by the way, you can find on our website. We're linking to it and in our show notes. We will link to our storefronts. Like I said, we're going to be adding more and more deals, and we are curating always. So be sure to follow along and tag us when you get your Amazon Prime finds that you buy, because I love seeing what people buy and what's in your cart.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you so much.